I want to tell you congratulations on your success, young man.
Thank you.
You hold your head up, all right? You guys have had a most magnificent season.
Thank you.
And you did a great job out there today.
Appreciate
so you
it.
just hold your head up, okay?
Thank
and
you,
ladies
ma'am.
and gentlemen, Duval, you the one, all
Thank
right?
you, ma'am.
keep it going. We got another season, okay?
I appreciate
Take
it.
care and much continued success to you and the entire team.
Thank you, ma'am.
Well, obviously, this random act of kindness has ruffled some feathers. That's unprofessional. That's not her job. Her job is to scrutinize him and remind him that he lost and ask him to describe the bitter taste of failure. You're right, that kinda is her job, which is why it's so heartwarming to hear her take 20 seconds to deviate from it and sprinkle some compassion in an environment where compassion is scarcely given, and in a world that is being systematically deprived of it. Sports journalism exists to describe, analyze, inquire, and predict, and to do so objectively. But what's the harm in throwing some objective optimism in the mix? Yeah, the fact is that they lost, their season's over, back to the drawing board for the Jaguars. And it's also a fact that they had a great season, and the definition of a turnaround. They went from 4-13 last year to 13-4 this year. They won their division and finished with the second best record in franchise history. They were less than one score away from knocking the reigning league MVP out of the playoffs, all under a new head coach. This guy. So God forbid he's reminded in a professional setting that he did a great job. God forbid a reporter choose to focus on the overwhelming positive truth instead of the narrow negative truth. Lots of people love to pretend that what they're after is the truth, when what they're really after is bad news. Nothing sweet about this, and she should get her media credentials removed. You've clearly never been hoisted out of a bad day by the kind words of an older black woman, because no one who has would ever want to deprive someone else of that experience. Which makes me wonder, if this lady sounded like Megyn Kelly, would this be quite as controversial? It should be embarrassing for the people who credentialed her and her organization, and it's a waste of time for those of us actually working. Let's try to have just a little bit of perspective here. Working here means reporting on the throwing and kicking of a leather ball. I don't mean to diminish it by any means. I love sports, and I think sports journalism is legit. But this is not a heart surgeon interrupting an operation to wake the patient up and ask them what their favorite film of 2025 was. This is a reporter acknowledging and appreciating the deeply human implications of competition and loss and achievement and disappointment within the coach's job, and consequently her job, and choosing to focus on the positive story instead of the negative story, choosing to elevate instead of castigate, a choice that is all of ours to make whenever we interact with another person.